swimming up the stream, paddleless up the creek, can't induce super chill without having y'all with me. Stupid heaves wondering to whom PASHUT is referring. I'm lucidly the reefer king and dogging to all human beings.
Welcome everybody. L'chaim to Yeshiva Skula Show, to the super chill, to always chilling no matter what's happening to us externally. Baruch atah Adonai Melech haolam borei pri hagafen. All right, so I'm going to do a quick review of last year of the first 6 days of Breishis. 7 days, the first 7 days really. Okay, so we started off Breishis bar Elohim as a Shemayim v'as haaretz. We learned that Breishis is also a mimer. We saw them go into Telmei HaMelech. Breishis is also like a saying, right? 10 sayings the word was created, but I'm going to go fast, okay? In Tilmei, one of these Greek kings took all the Jews in. They all changed exactly what needed to be changed to last time. Now, Rabbi Akiva, we had a mimer Rabbi Akiva that he was with Nachum Ish Gamzu, and he was Doresh all the S's. And actually, we have another Gemara in Pesachim and Chaf Beis Amud Beis. That's Gemara in Chagiga Yud Beis. Amud Aleph. Gemara in Pesachim Daf Chaf Beis Amud Beis. It says that like this other guy was like Doresh all the S's. They didn't know Es Hashem Yirah. That Es Hashem you're gonna fear, or we're gonna see. Yira is seeing from the lesson of Riyah. But what are you gonna add to that? So Rabbi Akiva darshaned it. The Rabbos told me the Chachamim to have not fear, but like awe or to see, to understand where they're coming from. Fine. Machlok is what was written first. Beishai Beis Hillel, Shamayim, Aretz, and the Chachamim says all at the same time. Fine. We saw some more of the psukim. That Choshech, we're asking about Choshech. When was Mayim created? It doesn't make any sense. Darkness, water, that like they're just like there, but they were never created. We talked about that. Another machlokas that we're going to be looking at in this year is Rabbi Eliezer and Rabbi Yoshua. Rabbi Eliezer says the world was created in Tishrei. Rabbi Yoshua says it was in Nisan. And we're going to see like what exactly is there, like what are their opinions in Tishrei, in Nisan? What does that mean? We have this Moradik Gemara that Adam Rishon was originally super tall from the land until the Rakia. And then Kevan Shesarach, when he ate from the Eitz Hadas, God put his hand on him, made him smaller. And we asked why by the Yareach and Chulin and Afsamech, why the Yareach, it says, go make yourself smaller, the moon. He says to the moon was like, oh, two kings can't wear the same crown. How could you have two big lights? Right? So then it says, because it says that God made two big lights, and then it says the big light for the day and the small light for the night. So we're like, wait a second, two big lights or like a big light and a small light. So originally it was two big lights, and then God made one big. He said to the moon, go make yourself smaller. And actually, the moon was like arguing, saying no, it's not fair. And God actually said, you know what, I messed up. You're right. Another difference that God made in the creation was that first he created the world with a special type of light. So he created the world with a special type of light. But then when he saw Dor HaMabul and Dor HaFlaga, when he saw the generation of the Tower of Babylon, and he saw the generation of the flood, he was like, nah, I'm going to hide this for tzaddikim, for righteous people, la'asid lavo, in the future. And so we got to say, wait a second. So we have three things. First, he's putting his hand on Adam to make him smaller. Then he's telling the moon, go make yourself smaller. And then he's taking away the light, which he created just because he saw that they were going to, they saw the generation of the flood, that their actions are mekukalim. The Iker Machlokas, Rabbi Eliezer and Rabbi Yoshua, is the Tanur Shalachnai and then Rabbi Yoshua said, listen, it's all the rabbis said, listen, it's Tameh, this oven is impure. Rabbi Eliezer approved it from all these ways. It comes a baskol from Shemayim, and he says, no, we don't listen to Shemayim. Maybe that has to do with the machlokas, Rabbi Eliezer and Rabbi Yoshua, by Tishrei versus Nisan. We can think about that. Keep that in our heads. Another very interesting place where Rabbi Eliezer and Rabbi Yoshua come together in this week's parsha is that And you say, how is that in this week's parsha? Okay, fine, maybe it's not totally, but it's just an interesting zustel that Rabbi Eliezer and Rabbi Yoshua were the ones who taught Onkelos, who was a convert, and they taught him the Torah. So the convert takes from both of these, from Lo Bashamayimi and from Bashamayimi. From we listen to Basko, from not. From the world was created in Tishrei, and from the world was created in Nisan. The Gemara talks about why there's no translation, there's no targum of the writings of the Ksubim. It says because Isbe Kates Mashiach, because the end of Mashiach is in there. It's in a verse in Zechariah. We'll talk about it. The targum on Achav, the targum on Yoshiyahu was about Mashiach. The world shook. We're gonna get into that probably not in this year, but every time that we get a chance to talk about Mashiach. I love you guys. Thank you for coming.
Is referring, I'm